Live from Dreyfoos School of the Arts, I'm your host, Mabruk.
And I'm your better host, Sienna Sossi. Today we're looking at 3 important events that show Dreyfoos magic across the art areas this month.
That's right. First, we'll hop on our broomsticks and fly to the annual play pulled off by the theater department, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Then we'll whip out our clay and paintbrushes and join the visual arts department on their trip to the Norton Museum of Art.
And finally, we'll celebrate the collaboration of all the majors with a new and improved multicultural show now set for January 30th.
This is Muse Talks, live from Dreyfoos.
Harry Potter. Everyone knows the book series and everyone knows the movies, but I've never seen or even heard of the Broadway rendition until the theater team announced it.
Well, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which jumps 19 years from the end of the original book series, continues the famed story. What makes this performance being performed at Dreyfoos so special is that it's the first ever South Floridian high school production of the play.
Isn't that crazy to see the series that this generation of high schoolers grew up on now being performed by the same exact high schoolers? I'm sure it's a special feeling that cannot be replicated.
To be able to see characters like Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger shed in a new light by our own classmates is truly a blessing. It really shows what Dreyfoos is all about. It's magic.
But those aren't the only characters. In this edition, we experience Harry, Ron, and Hermione as parents to some wild children, which is obviously different from the books and movies.
It'll also be interesting to see how they'll work with the British accents of the show, since all the students playing characters aren't British themselves. Will they attempt the accents, or will they speak English the right way?
Well, if you think American English is the right way of English, I've got some bad news. The actors and actresses in the show actually have a dialect coach, Miss Lindsay, working with them to perfect their accents.
That's actually really cool. You can see the dedication and magic that these students and crew are summoning for their production. See what I did there?
Good one. Make sure you check out Harry Potter and the Cursed Child playing at Meyer Hall on select dates from October 25th to November 1st. Now, let's put our wands down and pick up our pastels and see what the visual department is up to.
When thinking about local art excursions, one's mind may automatically think of the Norton Museum of Art, located just a 5-minute drive from our school.
Well, visual students made that very journey October 10th and October 14th, with sophomores attending the former day and juniors attending the latter one.
Students were able to check out our various exhibits such as La Florida, Flowers in Chinese, and The Virtue of Vice, the Art of Social Commentary.
Not only did they just experience the beautiful works, visual students were also assigned to draw 3 of their pieces in their sketchbook and write about both the technical angle of the piece itself and how the piece resonated with them.
Well, you know the visuals want their sketchbook filled up. After all, it's part of their semester exam.
That is true. I think what's really cool about this trip is the proximity. It's not often that students are able to check out something so relevant to their art area so close to school.
Yes, it's so refreshing to connect teenagers studying the visual arts to local artists in West Palm Beach, to draw inspiration from and maybe even work with them in the future. Get your guitars tuned, your ankles stretched, because the annual multicultural show is coming up.
Yes. Now, did you know that they're moving it up to January 30th?
I heard. I really think that this is for the best. While I loved watching it during Spirit Week, sometimes it got drowned in everything else that was happening.
Yeah, I completely agree, especially with spring break and testing coming up during that time.
I heard it is going to be a tough competition this year to be able to perform, though.
You know, Sienna, I was thinking the same thing. All these groups now have less time to prepare their audition pieces.
Yes, especially with the Latin ballroom dances, there's apparently multiple groups, but not everyone can be in it. Now, Mabruk, which number are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I do love them all, and it may sound biased, but I'm looking most forward to my number.
Ooh, do tell more.
I don't want to spoil. I guess you and everyone else will have to be at the show.
Well, now I'll have to come to the night show as well. Wishing you the best of luck. You're just getting me more and more excited for January.
I'm counting down the days.
We wish all those auditioning, including Mabruk, luck this week, and I personally cannot wait to be sitting in the audience watching all the different types of art.
Well, thank you all for tuning in to hear what is happening live at Dreyfoos.
This month truly has been magical, as our principal, Miss Bennett, would say.
I could not agree more. Between Harry Potter taking over the stage, visual students invading the art museum, and lastly auditions for multicultural, it really was a special month.
And I can't wait to see what the next one looks like.
It's been a pleasure. I'm your better host, Mabruk.
And I'm Sienna Sossi.
This is Muse Talks live from Dreyfoos.